Get ready to level up your brain with some amazing new facts, because here are 50 amazing facts to blow your mind. David Spade's brother Andy co-founded, along with his wife Kate, the designer brand Kate Spade in New York. A yoctosecond is 1/trillionth of a second and is comparable to the time that it takes light to cross an atomic nucleus. There are such a thing as Braille tattoos. They're not like normal tattoos in that they're not made of ink, but instead are made of metal beads that are put under the skin to create designs of Braille messages. The smallest crocodile in the world is the dwarf crocodile. It grows to 1.7 meters in length and weighs only 6 kilograms. Shakespeare used about 17,677 words in his plays, sonnets, and narrative poems. He invented about 1,700 or nearly 10% of those words by simply changing the prefixes and suffixes, connecting words together, borrowing from a different language, or simply inventing them all together. Former child rock stars Hanson have released a beer called Hops. You can't make this stuff up. The result of a 40-year-long study published in Developmental Psychology points to a correlation between childhood defiance and success later in life. Danny Lloyd, the actor who played the creepy little kid in The Shining, stopped acting as he grew up and went on to actually become a professor teaching biology in Louisville. In 2015, according to a nationwide survey released by Visa, the average American household with teens in it spent approximately $324 on asking a date to the prom. The Anglo-Zanzibar War lasted only 38 minutes, making it the shortest war in history. Hawaii is the only state that is not geographically located in North America, is completely surrounded by water, and does not have a straight line in its state boundary. The word tsunami means harbor wave in Japanese. The scent of freshly mowed grass is the lawn actually trying to save itself from injury. Plants release a number of volatile organic compounds called green leaf volatiles. When plants are injured, these emissions increase like crazy. The still beating hearts of live cobras are eaten as a delicacy in Vietnam. Sea otters have skin pockets where they keep their favorite rocks to keep for cracking open mollusks and clams. The very first meal on the moon was eaten by American astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin. It consisted of 4 bacon squares, 3 sugar cookies, peaches, pineapple grapefruit drink, and coffee. Nintendo 64 wasn't always called Nintendo 64. It began as Project Reality, and then it was renamed to Nintendo Ultra 64 before they finally shortened it to simply Nintendo 64. Penthrophobia is the fear of your mother-in-law. The origin of the word penthra is Greek meaning mother-in-law, and phobia, of course, in Greek meaning fear. The game Bingo was originally called Beano because players used beans to cover the numbered squares. The most commonly broken bone is the clavicle, more commonly known as the collarbone. The original name of the USS Enterprise was the USS Yorktown, named after a World War II aircraft carrier. Air Force One is not the name of any one particular plane. It's the name given to any plane that the President of the United States happens to be traveling on at that particular time. Similarly, the Army aircraft that the President is traveling on is called Army One, and their helicopter is called Marine One. The first person to ever go over Niagara Falls and survive was 63-year-old schoolteacher Annie Edison Taylor back in 1901. Newborn giraffes stand at about 1.83 meters tall, making them taller than most humans. The food coloring known as carmine is extracted from female cochineal insect shells boiled in ammonia or sodium carbonate solution. And it's in more things than you might think. It actually makes ice cream, yogurt, candy, and red fruit drinks. Over the past decade, our complete obsession with bacon has led to some seriously strange bacon products. Some examples of this include bacon ice cream, bacon lollipops, bacon mayonnaise, bacon chocolate bars, and yes, bacon gumballs. Netflix has actually made a Netflix and chill button. Called the Switch, when you activate it, the switch dims the lights, activates your phone's Do Not Disturb feature, and gets Netflix ready for streaming. Spiders cannot digest solid food. Before they can eat their prey, they must turn their meal into a liquid form. They exude spewed digestive enzymes from their stomach onto the victim's body. Once the enzymes break down the tissues of the prey, they suck up the liquid remains. The national animal of Scotland is the unicorn. There is an island in the Bahamas known as Pig Beach, which is populated entirely by pigs. Visitors can actually arrange to swim with the pigs. It is against the law to disrupt a wedding or funeral in South Australia. A Swedish tourism agency created the Swedish number 46771793336, a single phone line that connects international callers to randomly selected Swedish volunteers to chat about whatever's on their minds. iPhone owners unlock their device on average about 80 times per day. Slash didn't actually purchase his iconic top hat. He shoplifted it from a store. He just put it on his head and walked out. Qatar Airways allows you to travel with and keep a falcon in the cabin, provided that there aren't already 6 falcons aboard. The orange stitching on the back pockets of Levi jeans is called arcuate. Since the design has literally no function, it was painted on during World War II rationing. President John Quincy Adams had a pet alligator. He kept it in the bathtub in the East Room of the White House. The metal band that joins the eraser to a pencil is called a ferrule. It is also the name of the metal band at the end of a cane. 3 months after Charlie Chaplin died, his corpse was stolen by 2 auto mechanics who attempted to extort money from his family. They were eventually captured and Chaplin's body was found 11 weeks later. To prevent further attempts, his body was reburied under concrete. Peletophobia is the fear of baldness. Fish have taste buds not just on their tongues, but on their lips and bodies too. Taste buds need moisture to work, and because fish are surrounded by water all the time, taste buds can survive on the exterior skin of their flanks and fins as well as the inside of their mouths. According to the National Retail Federation, the 4 most commonly grocery items shoplifted are cigarettes, energy drinks, high-end liquor, and infant formula. The farthest flight on a hoverboard was 275.9 meters and was achieved by Alexandre Deroux in Quebec, Canada on August 25th, 2014. Anchorage, Alaska was so snow-starved this year that they actually had to import 7 train cars full of snow at the starting section of the Iditarod Trail sled dog race. A UK woman named Tess Christian claims that she has not smiled or laughed in 40 years, all in an effort to prevent wrinkles. In some African countries, albinos' body parts are believed to bring wealth and good luck. Disturbingly, as a result, attackers chop off their limbs and pluck out their organs and sell them to witch doctors. Elephants are now being trained for biodetection in South Africa. They are being tested to see if they can utilize their heightened sense of smell to look for poachers, landmines, and explosives. Elephants have 1,948 genes dedicated to smelling, whereas dogs only have 811 and humans only have just under 400. In 2006, Evel Knievel sued Kanye West for his video in the song Touch the Sky, in which Kanye takes on the persona of Evel Knievel and jumps a motorcycle over a canyon. The company Excite turned down the opportunity to buy Google in 1999 for $1 million. But it gets worse because even when Google reduced the price to $750,000, they still turned down the offer. Today, Google's market cap stands at $167 billion. Singer Barry Manilow wrote the State Farm Like a Good Neighbor jingle. He was paid a flat fee of $500. And those were 50 amazing facts. Now you guys are just a little bit smarter. As always, if you're subscribed to my channel, remember to click the little notification bell beside the subscribe button so that you can enable notifications to be alerted the next time I upload a video. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great day. Peace.